Basically, all we're doing today is showing you the new items that we have in our shop, as well as making some wire wrapped jewelry using cabochons, just like how we've added to the shop. So that being said, I understand that a lot of folks don't really like to watch the whole replay, but you are invited to stay with us as we look at some shiny rocks and get to crafting. But I've got all of my old seed bags that just jumped off the shelf at me. But we've got something nice to drink, a little coffee protein shake to get us going. And I'm gonna make sure that I can have this pulled up. There we go. There we go. And I'm gonna make sure that it is on all. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, you guys. Hey, Kathy, how's it going? Yeah, I'm putting the chat filter onto all messages. That way I can see everybody's messages. So let's. Hey, baby, I've started the stream. Uh-oh. And I also broke my tripod. So professional. It's not like broken. It just needs messed with a little. The knob needed tightened is all. Okay, I'm done messing with the tripod for at least a couple of minutes. But how are y'all doing today? How are you doing, Kathy? I gotta get the flavor off the cap. No, I need to stir this more. Good and chilly in Kansas. Oh, what part of Kansas are you in? We're about 2 hours dead south of Kansas City, Missouri. So we are also experiencing a little bit of like a cold snap coming through. It was feeling like spring there for a minute. And some of the daffodils are even, popping off. There we go. Okay. Hey, Isis Mommy, how are you doing today? Welcome to today's live stream. We are just streaming to YouTube today. We won't be doing a kick stream later this evening because quite frankly, 8 p.m. is like, basically my bedtime. So doing a 6 to 8 p.m. stream takes it right out of me, but that's okay. How's it going? It's going pretty good. I want to flash some cabs at y'all just because pretty rocks always improve my day, and hopefully they'll be able to improve your day as well. Chilling, working on a bead bag. Nice. What size beads are you using? But yeah, I figured we'd do a little bit part shop update, part just wire wrapping, because what we've done today is a whole bunch, all of the labradorites that we have just added to our shop, backtoearthcreations.com, have this groove added to them. I was able to go through in our inventory of just hoarded gemstones and found the ones that were good for adding a groove to. I thought I had done them all, but some of these were a little thin for what I like to do, but we were able to get it pulled off. But so there's another really beautiful labradorite, and I'm going to be showing y'all how to wire wrap them in this style. Like, it is the easiest wrap, you guys. Whenever I go out and teach wire wrapping, I bring these cabs because if you are interested in wire wrapping, you're going to know immediately whether or not you like it. And once you get a couple of wins under your belt with these easy groovy wrap, or these grooved easy wrap cabochons, then it's a great launching point for going into more complex wraps where you don't need the groove. So, right? Oh my God, these labradorites are just, every single one of them, I feel like, is just a nebula and a galaxy just caught in the stone. So, hey Kelly, hey Tara, hey Anika, hey Leah. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you guys between Hutchinson and Pratt. Right on. Well, I hope y'all are staying warm. This might be, I'm wondering if this is going to be the last like cold before spring, but that feels like wishful thinking. But I use the different colors to make different motifs and designs. Nice, Isis Mommy. I make one with bugs, flowers, and mushrooms, and gothy motifs. Oh, nice. Okay, let me get my chair so that we're all up here. I'm just going to start showing y'all some cabs. So I'm going to start in tray 1 because, well, I love labradorite. I keep trying to participate in making my own gemstones, and that's where I do the fused glass. Just in our home kiln. Oh, plastic pony beads. Right on. I bet that makes awesome bags. I loved seeing the different purses and things made from pony beads whenever I would go to raves. Like all the candy and everything and like the DIY pony bead crafts. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, here's a really beautiful coppery toned, flashy labradorite that has that easy wrap groove added to it. And if y'all have any questions or anything, do feel free to pop them into chat and I'll do my best to be helpful to you. But then this one here is one that I made. It's a fused glass that we wanted to make it look kind of like agate, but then I don't know what happened or why I don't know what glass I used that left really dark freckling, but I kind of super dig it. They are so fun to use, right, Kathy? Ah, Kathy says my fingers are crossed for the spring thaw soon. Dude, I'm ready. Well, actually, I'm super duper ready to get some running water. For those of y'all who were in the know, we have not had running water because of a burst water line from the main, like the water main on the street to the house burst on like January 27th. And that's when they came out and shut our water off. And we are still without running water, but it's okay. We're resilient. We're getting it. But we're also doing shop updates because you girls got bills. So all of these cabs that I'm showing you guys are up for sale at our website, backtoearthcreations.com. Look at those flashy little stripes in this one. And if you use coupon code HAPPYCRAFTER, that'll get you 10% off of your order. Now this one here too, there we go, has that little groovy wrap, which I was thinking I'll show you a row, do a wrap, show you a row, do a wrap. So this is another one of our homemade fused glass that I had wanted, and all of these can have the groove added to them, but I thought this would just be beautiful like a Luna moth. I liked that color of green. Yeah, it's just been one thing after another, but that's life, I think. And it's actually been, it is what it is. It hasn't been as bad as what it could be because we are resilient, and Randy is an absolute trooper, and he's been very positive through all of this, which helps me to be very positive through all this. Look at this labradorite! And we have shiny rocks too, you know, ease the burdens of the mortal coil. Look at the way that flashes though. And let's flip it upside down. Oh, no, they're not. We're not being compensated at all. We're being charged more and more every week. But that's fine. Look at the flash on that. And again, this one has that groovy wrap. I'm going to show you 3 more, and then we'll actually get to some wire wrapping. So if you are crafting along with me today, we are using, how do we, yeah. Ooh. Sorry, I'm just being weird. This is a donut, and those are super fun to wrap. It's like those donut beads. But if you're crafting along with me, I'm going to be using some 18 gauge wire. You can also use 20 gauge or even 16 gauge. And you could test it out with some square wire if you wanted, but if it's your very first time wire wrapping with a groovy cab, you may want to use a 20 gauge round. Hey, Randy, could you switch the heater off for me? Yeah. It's cold today, but that heater is super loud, and I'm just using the microphone on my phone. So it does look like cherries and honey. That is so cool. I've never looked at it that way. I bet that'd be delicious. Cherries and honey. Hey, London girl, how's it going? Isis Noise says, oh, I would contact a lawyer. At this point, I don't even know what for, because it's actually just been just a nightmare getting licensed, like, because we had a licensed plumber, but they weren't licensed for laying the tracing line. So they were like, we're not going to do the job. And so we're like, okay. So then different plumber lined up, and they were licensed for this thing, but they're not licensed for the excavating. So what we keep running into is folks want the whole job, and part of it has already been done. And so they're like, no, I'm not bothering. And then getting someone to inspect it to actually show up at the same time as when the plumbers are here. So it is what it is, but I'm not going to focus on that too much because there's not a thing I can do right this moment except for just hang out with y'all and enjoy some shiny rocks. So also, what shape do you guys want to wrap first? Let me show you one of these These are some of the last. It looks very like creamy pale white. It's actually pale pink. I'm just a super duper pink person. So let's see if like putting it, can you see? It's like rose quartz pink. If you have it on something that's not just, oh, you're good, Isis. It's both. It's just been a clusterfuck. So my aunt had her house flooded by water main break. They should be compensating y'all. Yeah, it's no, fortunately there's no flooding in the house. Hey Emily, how's it going? Hey Virginia. Those, how is crocheting all of the what are, there's a word for them. They're crocheted dolls, but there's like a word for what it is that you're doing. And I love that you posted them to our community page because they look so cool. Like I especially like the God, I'm bad with names, but the one who wears like the mask and you stabs people. That one's very good. Um But Tara says the same thing happened to us Monday. No, Monday through Wednesday and 2 weeks ago. It's a ginormous hole in our yard next to the driveway to get to the septic, and all the plumbing in the house flooded. Oh, Tara, I'm so sorry to hear that. We just have the inconvenience of a trench in our yard and no running water. Fortunately, there wasn't any water damage in the house beyond just regular flooding every time it rains. So, yes, Jason. Ing, ing. But yeah, if I talk about it too much, I'm just going to cry in y'all's faces. So I don't want to go on too much about that. So I have a couple of different shapes here to wrap. These are the ones that I kept for myself. And we have an oval to wrap. We have a marquee to wrap, which I was really worried that that one was going to break on me, but it didn't. Look at the flash in that one. I always think this shape makes the absolute best for like a circlet. And then we have, ooh, a wee bitty, oh, I caught it. We have a wee bitty oval to wrap. And then we have a teardrop to wrap as well. So what shape do you guys want to wrap first? Durable, right, London Girl? How have you been? And shout out also to all of our lurkers. Hey, y'all. Hola, ¿cómo está? Hey, Stormy. Muy bien. No, it's going okay. Like, I'm going to be honest. Today's been awesome. I meal prepped all morning because I figure if I'm going to be spending our friends have opened their home to us so that we can go and fill up our water jugs and take showers basically anytime we want or need to. So we have like this like shower water schedule that like, you know, every 4 days we'll go. Also, like, let's say tomorrow we'll actually be going to fill up water again. So fill up water and get showers, just stink, take bird baths in the water that we have in like our gallon jugs. We get like 40 gallons of water from our friends. And then we go to the YMCA to shower, and then we just stink and take bird baths, and then it repeats. So hopefully we'll have water running again by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. But I've been saying that for couple of weeks now, so we'll see how that goes. But I figured if I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of dishes, also what color? Tangled fishing line is the bane of my existence. What's up? Oh no. Oh, is that what you're using as your stringing material? That's clever to use that. Oh no, Tara said our wood floors got messed up and I had to stay here to be with the dog while the septic company and the plumbers work. No shower, 3 days. Yeah, woof. Oh, I'm so glad you found us too, Amber. Really, no notifications from the YouTube. Kathy says fingers crossed. Thank you. I will take all the good vibes I can get. So, first one to comment, that's the color we'll do. Silver, bronze, or copper. Which one do you guys want to do? That's silver, bronze, or copper. That's actually antique copper. All of these are Parawire brand. Because they're the greatest. Ooh, copper. Okay, and now, first one to comment, that'll be what it is. Round, oval, teardrop, or marquee. So again, if you're crafting along with me, this is only going to take about 12 inches of wire. We're using that 18 gauge, but again, you could use a 20 or even a 16 gauge. I think 20 gauge is easy mode, 18 gauge is like medium, 16 gauge is hard mode because it can be kind of tricky to get it to sit in the groove. It looks like, oh, first one to comment was Amber saying teardrop. And so we only have 2 teardrops to choose from. The little one or the big one? This is like my favorite game. Just prepared to craft, just got in the door from work. Ooh, we're gonna be here for a minute, Amber. We're gonna be doing, my goal for myself today is I went to get all of these wrapped, but I'm gonna be listening to my body because I don't want to aggravate my hand injury and like joints and just all sorts of stuff. So I don't know how much of what I'm dealing with is actual inflammation or just like neuroplastic pain, but I'm just trying to be mindful. I'm all rubbed down with tiger balm, so I'm ready to go. Um, oh, the big one. Okay. Okay, so we'll do the big one first, and now I get to decide this one. Do we do it point up or point down? And the way that I test this, let's get this necklace out of the way, is if I'm going to be wearing a piece, that looks pretty good. Let's check the flash the other way. Oh, they look good both ways. I can't see it. But this is how I test it, because you always want your best face forward. Let me test the other teardrop to see. That one has no flash point up. I don't see a flash point down either. Well, heck, it's a pretty lab, though. I'm not being weird. I'm just testing jewelry. All right, let me see. Oh, it's very pretty. This one does better point up, because if you see, it gets that really nice. I just looked directly into the light. Point up looks better on camera for the first one. Right on. But this one, when I'm holding it, and again, the camera just, ooh, doesn't really, there we go. Do you see that angle? And so that's the angle. I think we're going to do this one point up, and I'm going to do this one point down, just because even though it does look nice point up, that way I end up with a little bit of, if every pendant that I make is just a little bit intentionally different, then we're good to go. I lost my wire. There's my wire. Okay, so while the wire is still on my spool, do we have any complete newbies crafting with us today? Because feel free to ask as many questions for as much clarification as what you want, because my goal today is to be helpful to get somebody started wire wrapping. Great way to test. Right on. Let's go. So again, we have about 12 to 13 inches of wire, and I'm just going to snip it boop, with my wire snips. These are just the super cheap wire snips from like the electronics section. They work much better, I have found, than the crafting, like the wire wrapping wire cutters that are the cheapest that I can find. These work better than those, but they flush cut. You can see that side, how it like is flat. So it'll do one end of the wire flat and then the other end will be like pointy, but that's okay. And so now we have this here. I'm going to drink a little bit more of my coffee. Give me a sec. Ah, well, hey, Enta. Oh, how are you doing? You always make me feel so good about myself. Thank you. You're so sweet. Like, thank you. How are you doing today, Tron? Girl, what a beautiful rock. I've never met a rock I didn't like. Like, I could sit, I remember, I was going to say I could sit in a driveway and just die happy, but that's true. We used to live in like, we called it the train trailer because it was like a rental mobile home trailer that was so next to the railroad track that it's like, I mean, it was so close, but I would go and I would like look at all these beautiful granite rocks that, you know, they used to lay the rail lines, and that was really nice. So I'm just doing a really sharp bend using my flat-nosed pliers, because that's going to give us a nice sharp point. And then that's what I want to land, boop, 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 whomp, our little cabochon. And this is where it starts to, okay, I'm going to need to open it up just a little bit more, but that's okay. There we go, because I want it to be like cupping the tip. Hey, Rainbow! I'll be lurking while I make and eat dinner. Ooh, what's for dinner? But do you see how it nestles down into the tip there? And now I'm actually going to pull this out because we have an opportunity to do some troubleshooting here. We have a little bit of like a nipple happening on the tip. And so and that's from bending it and then pulling it wide. It can give you like a really nice like turnip tip kind of thing. But I'm going to get in there and just use my pliers to flatten that shape out on both sides because I want it to sit like flush, you know? Well, hey, Pernille, how are you doing? Spanish rice and beef. That's what we had, black beans and rice and beef for breakfast today, like thin cut beef. Great minds think alike. I mean, it's mostly cheese at this point because we put so much shredded cheese on it, but it needed eaten up. So hopefully we can get a really nice join there. But it just nestles right into that groove, y'all, that we've cut in. Twinning. Yeah. And then I'm going to do what I call a twist tie twist. And the main thing I want to watch out for here is I want the tip of our stone to be lined up with that crisscross. And just some shameless self-promotion for you guys. If you're interested, we do have a bunch of these grooved labradorites have just been added to the shop, backtoearthcreations.com. Use coupon code HAPPYCRAFTER to get 10% off. So just saying, if you've ever been interested in getting into wire wrapping, these are the stones that I would recommend to my past self when I was first getting into it because it is just fun and kind of easy, and I'll take that where I can get it, you know? So for that first twist, you can see we do not have great contact to the stone. There's a little bit of space there, but that's okay because it gives us a little bit of room to twist down and tighten. And so I'm going to take my flat nose pliers and I'm going to hold on right onto that twist, and I'm just going to turn, and I'll actually get the camera flipped around for the next one. So I just tightened it, and you can see these are not parallel or anything. That happens here, but I don't want to over twist it. I just want to make sure that our wire is sitting in that groove, and I've come out just a little bit. So I'm just gonna use my fingernails and look down my nose and see if we can get that lined up. And then we're just gonna tighten just a smidge more. We test so that there's no wiggle, and the stone is set, you guys. From here, everything that we do is decorative or just setting up for the bail. And so I'm gonna just run both of those kind of parallel to each other, coming up like little bunny ears. And we can use a knitting needle or a pen or one of these stick mandrels. And I like to bend my bail forward. So I have the back of the stone facing me. And this is my favorite thing, one of my many favorite things about these groovy wrap cabs is the backside makes full contact with your skin. There's no metal or wire touching you except for up by the bail, which is just fine to me, I think, especially with this para wire because it's enameled. So even though it's copper wire, it's been covered with that enamel, so you don't have to worry about it turning your skin green. And so I'm just gonna fold it over the bail. And then if the bail is the head and this is the body, we wanna wrap that scarf whoop, once and twice around, just like that. And now we have a nice opportunity. On this one, I do a little loop down to the bottom, like to cover some of the stone, but we don't have to do that. We can also just continue wrapping if you want a little bit more of like a messy, organic look. That's a fantastic way. And then I do love shameless self-promotion. Oh, Pernille says, so long since I caught you. Problem of living on each other side of the planet Earth, right? Well, we've been streaming. It's our new schedule for 2026 is Fridays. We stream here on YouTube. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we stream to Kick from 3 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that's where we've been working on our most recent dragon sculpture, which is just the coolest. Like, I'm so excited. And then We have new tutorials come out every Sunday morning, and then throughout the week we post like shorts and different things, just whatever's up with us. So that's kind of our new schedule. I'm hoping to be able to bring in a second tutorial throughout the week, but we'll see how that goes, because as soon like I'm trying to keep it kind of minimal right now because of the trench in the front yard, because we're going back out onto the road this year. And so, oh, Rainbow says, I love watching you wire wrap and anything else. Nice. Well, I love that y'all come and keep me company, so thank you for being here. So I found this like mocha protein shake at Sam's Club, and I put like an extra entire tablespoon of cocoa powder into it. So that's what's so settled at the bottom, but it's good. So Stormy says, methinks you are glowing. It's all the cocoa powder. And I think I'm like touched by the cold. Like I've got like a face fever. I'm just excitable. I got to see my niece today. My eldest niece came by to pick up some of her mail, and it's always really nice to get to catch up with her. So that was wonderful. So it's been a very full day. Meal prep all morning, making black beans and rice and like thin beef fried in the skillet, because I figure if I'm gonna be washing dishes, I'll just without even like I'll deglaze the skillet and then just start cooking in it right again. But we got like the food for like the next 3 days. I shouldn't have to need to do dishes, so that'll be really good. Well, hey, how's it going, Cecilia? Cecilia. Oh, what a pretty name. Let's see. Oh. Oh my goodness. Randy, are you seeing these messages that it's auto modding? Yeah. They're such a sweetie, but you stop being weird. We're wire wrapping. But my husband likes me in this shirt too, but thank you. So, hey, Amber, how's it going? So if you see here how we have, I don't know, I kind of want to do the little, I like the little shape that comes down, quite frankly, because I want to try to do a leaf shape coming down. Oh my God, thank you so much, Cecilia. I don't know what prompted that, but I really appreciate you. That's very kind and generous. Hey, Leaf. So we are starting this shape. Oh, we could do like a little moon or something. I would do a moon if I were using 20 gauge, but this 18 gauge gets pretty dummy thick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose where the point is on this one. Oh, well, thank you, Cecilia. And I'm just gonna grab and then bend up. Yeah, and then I'm gonna squeeze down. So do you see what we've done? We've made a little whoop like that. And then I feel like I have a cat hair stuck in my lip gloss. It's from kissing all those kitties. Mr. Puddums came by today, so I got to see him. I've been waiting for your years. Keep up the great work. Love you guys. Oh, well, hey, Nelson, how's it going? And then we're just going to shape that around. Do you see how it's kind of like a little leaf? Kind of. And I think I'm just going to coil in this as like a spiral. I need my round nose pliers. And then I'm going to see if I can just get this turned around, you guys. So be warned. There's my little Lamport glass station that I haven't been able to use in Ember's geriatric litter box. I love our pets, but they are, every single one of them are elderly right now. So Ember's got like 3 or 4 litter boxes set up throughout the house, just surrounded in puppy pads. But I love our pets, and I'm going to take real good care of them if I can. Do, 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 do. Okay, so I want to snip the tip just at a slight angle. Like a teardrop on a teardrop, exactly. Just at a very slight angle. Are we able to zoom in here? I'm going to risk zooming in just a little. And then I'm going to grab it like that. How many other jewelry artists are in here, or aspiring jewelry artists? This is a wonderful opportunity to shamelessly self-promote, you guys. Like, I don't think folks are able to share links, but if anybody wants to share their company name in the comments, then, and just like introduce yourself, tell us your company name and like what you make and what you like to do or what you're currently into, And that way other folks in chat can come find you online. Do, 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 do. We're not creepy stalkers at all. So I'm not gonna lie, that's not the best loop I've ever made in my whole entire life, but that's okay. It didn't need to be. I'm just gonna get in there and snip it. And now we got a cute little curly instead of the straight part. And I'm really just cramming my pliers up in there. I gotta be careful that I don't bite the wire too much with my pliers, if that makes sense. Oh, that's pretty good. I like that. Hey, Lita. She's, hey, beautiful. Oh, shucks. I'm glad. I'm so happy I got to see you today. We've been doing markets now for a couple of years because of you encouraging me. Oh, have you had your, that, first off, that's awesome to hear. And I'm honored to be any part of your crafty journey. But have you done your first market of the season yet? Like, that's always an exciting time of year for me, whenever it's like, we had our first one, first market February 7th, and it went really well. We got pooped on a pigeon, or pooped on by a pigeon. Nobody pooped on a pigeon, I don't think. But it was fun. Lita says, my daughter and I are uniquely we. I make jewelry and resin. Ooh. Shameless friend promotion. Hey, Deborah, how's it going? So I'm just doing that little swirly durly there. And if you're ever having trouble, which sometimes I often am, I'm going to do what I call a training bend because I want the wire to bend right there. So I'm just going to go like with my pliers. Oh, that was the worst one ever. That okay. There we go. And so now just that little bend being there, I can make it, open it up just a little and force that end in through the loop. And whenever I bend around, it nestles right there. And it's kind of like putting a little bit of a stop in the wire to be like this. Right here is where you're going to bend. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't, but it works more often than it doesn't. So just getting that down into shape. And then I'm going to come in here and my daughter and I, oh, it seemed we did Valentine's Day and we've never made so much in 4 hours in our life. It was by far our best show ever. Oh my gosh, Lita. Oh, that makes me so happy to hear. Good things do happen. That's so good. Congratulations to you and your daughter, Lita. And Isis Mommy says, I make some jewelry and all kinds of other things. Me and my kiddos craft page is the Facebook Cool Beans Custom Crafts. Nice. Are those zeros or O's for the Cool Beans? And that's it. Oh, my favorite finishing touch, finish him, is to just split it a little because makes it look so fancy to me. And I like the way it sits on a chain or something whenever we do that. Well, I've never done one with that style of like teardrop on a teardrop before, and I super duper dig it. They're zeros. Okay. Thank you, Isis Mommy. Amber says, I'm starting and trying anything possible crochet on Facebook, but I forget to keep it up to date. Oh, that's all right. Maybe if we all go and follow you, it might help to encourage you to post more. But I'm going to be honest, social media has been a little bit of a crapshoot. And so I really feel like we've had our best success with marketing by having a newsletter. That way, over the years, let me go ahead and flip this bag around. Because if I could give myself some advice, which I'm hoping that one day they'll have the technology that I'll be able to watch YouTube videos from the future, but when I was in the past. So, past Vaughn, don't stress so much about your social media numbers and how many likes and views and things are getting. Just keep pushing that newsletter because social media trends change and come and go, and algorithm comes and goes, and AI comes and goes, and everything gets a little tumultuous. So just focus on what's immediately in your control and what's bringing you joy and inspiring your passion for creating. So if posting daily trendy content to social media is taking up all of your time and not really getting you any sort of returns for the business or any sort of returns from a creative aspect, like if it's not actively inspiring you or putting money in your pocket, you do not have to do it. advice to past me. I don't know if I'll take it or not, but maybe it'll be helpful to some of y'all, because I have stressed so much about that crap. And yeah, unless you're having fun, there's no point in being on social media. Like, it is purely for fun. There's other ways of marketing, primarily newsletters, that you can even have sometimes for free, and you can promote that on your social media. But social media is not the end all be all of marketing. So if there's a crafter, there's a way. We can do it, you guys. I just saw somebody with a Fix It Right trailer pulling up. Oh, it's not for my house. Go back. Go back. If you have a license to plumb. Did they turn down my road? No, they turned down the other. Okay, sorry. I'll stop spying on the neighbors. But yet 2 other houses on our street also have trenches in their front yard. They must have put in all of our plumbing at the same time, because we're all screwed at the same time. So, but yeah, so that's quick and easy as that, which let me see if I can do one in the similar style, but I'm gonna see if I can do it as fast as I can. So somebody set a timer. Also, somebody, first comment gets it, what color should we wrap this in? Silver or bronze? Or copper, even though we just did one in copper. My daughter does crystals and I pretty much make everything else. Nice. Thank you, Deborah.
Silver?
Ooh, silver! Now I need a tea cab. My mom wants to give me a lot of her beads from jewelry making. Oh, right on. Well, that's fantastic of her, Amber. And beads are more precious when they're given to you by somebody you love. I really do think. Tracy says, I like this. I've done some jewelry art, but mostly too busy with work to be consistent. Keep up the good work. Oh, well, thank you, Tracy. The nice thing I've found about crafts like this, wire and beads don't go bad. The things that you learn don't go bad. So crafting can be here for when you're ready for it. So we're still on the spool. Are we setting a timer? Hey, Tiggy. Oh, Rainbow. Well, thank you. I have gained 10 pounds in the last month. Not to brag, but I've been eating high octane garbage. So I had to pull out like one of my big girl shirts. And even Randy was like, you look so good in that shirt. And I'm just like, thank you. So I'll take it. Well, hey, Kenzo, how's it going? I like the flowers too. They make me feel cheery and bright on a cold winter day. So I'm looking at the clock. It is 3:38. As soon as it's 3:39, I'm going. So I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with chat for just a moment, but I'm going to keep as I go chit-chatting. Looking at the clock. It must have just turned to 3:38. Oh my God, this is taking forever. High octane garbage. I'm gonna pretend like it was 3:38 that we started. Okay, it's 3:39. Let's go. 12 inches. Snip. We're doing this one point up, so I'm not even gonna do the bend. I'm just gonna take it. This is 18 gauge wire on a pre-grooved cabochon, which we do have some up for sale at backtoearthcreations.com. And on this one, I'm going to do something just a little different. I'm going to come in here, and with my flat nose pliers, I'm going to bend these wires so that they're a little bit more parallel before starting my crisscross. And that way they just sit a little more comfortably side by side, I think. So there's a 1 twist, tie, twist, 2 twist, tie, twist, and that's plenty, especially with the 18 gauge. And now I'm going to pull those up, pull the bunny ears. Shameless self-promotion. And then I'm going to bend this towards the front around our stick mandrel. And then there's 1 little wrap and 2 little wrap. Look at the cha-cha, y'all. Oh, well, that looks so pretty just on its own. So there's that so far. And then I'm going to do, let's have it be kind of swirly with both the wires. And that's the fun part about this, is I can set out to do however many of these that I'll have to count and see how many I was going to do today. But, there's a kitty on my porch. That's not my cat. I still love to see a kitty though. But they all start off the same, but they all come out different. And so I'm just doing that little spiral right there. Woo! Take it to the limit. We're on a time crunch. Do 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 do. Good. And that's kind of mangled, so I'm just gonna use my nylon gel pliers to just straighten that out a little bit. Do 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 do. Donna donna herp and derp derp. And then we're just twisting that spiral down. Y'all, I'm having so much fun making jewelry with you guys today. I haven't made jewelry in what feels like ages. Oh man, I need to squish that better. So over here, it's a little overlapped on itself. We're just going to take and go like, burnt. Oh, come on. I did the sound effect and everything. Why aren't you working? Hey, Illumination. How's it going? Thank you for appeasing the algorithm. So I mangled that with my pliers. It's okay. We'll just cut it off. Do, do, boo, do. Easy as that. Just snip the spiral. Living in a lonely world. Herp, derp, my doodle, boodle, doodle, derp. Okay. We ran into some snafus, but that's okay. Because now I'm just going to take this and we're going to go like whoop. And a little bit of boom, boom. And a little bit of boom, boom. And a little bit of boom, boom. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. And there's very little wire left, but just enough that I'll be able to bend it and tuck it behind so that it's not going to poke anybody. So if you see, just like that, how it's bent up. We have tutorials on all these designs, and we come out with new tutorials every Sunday morning. And we have, I think, over 1,000 free tutorials here on the YouTube channel. And we're starting to post them to our website as well, backtoearthcreations.com, where you can watch them without ads. Okay, so the bail on this one is a little bigger and a little sideways than what I would like. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cram my round nose pliers up in there, and then I'm going to do this number where we just pull on each side of the handles, and that makes it a little less round and a little more oblong. Oblong. All right, on Illumination. I still appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. And then I'm just going to smush it until it looks nice and... There we go. Boom. How long did that take? 5 minutes. And I lollygagged a little bit. This wasn't the, like, I could do one faster. Amber says, it was good to have a jewelry break. Glad you're having fun. I'm having a bunch of fun. Oh, Lita says, I love every cabochon in my subscription every month. They're so pretty. I don't want to get rid of any of them. Oh, sell them for money. Buy more beads. Oh, hey, Benjamin. We're doing really well. How are you doing? Getting a little bit more coffee in me. But yeah, but I don't know of any other wire wraps that I can pull off personally in 5 minutes that only use this much wire of one strand of wire. So that's why I like these groovy cabs so much. So I'm going to get back to showing y'all. We showed you the first row of what was in the tray. Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
Do you want to come over and do we have any orders? We could pick them.
You've had orders over there so far.
Okay. So, oh, yes, I do. Thank you, honey. He's got me all set up already. So it looks like we have made some orders. It looks like Cabochon X30. That's from a different tray. Both of these are from different trays. This one's from this tray. Wow, we had some orders come in. Thank you to everybody who placed an order. Alrighty, so let me pick Y57. Everybody gets to say bye-bye to the new cabochons with me. Well, hey, Jan, how's it going? So what is that? Y57? Why? Oh, okay, this one was one of my favorites. I love a fat teardrop. And look at how fat this teardrop is. So wide, much wow. And this one does have that groove already cut into it. And if any of y'all are interested in trying out, I know I say this a lot, but like there might be some new people watching who haven't heard me say it before, but you can use coupon code HAPPYCRAFTER to get 10% off our website, backtoearthcreations.com, where we just posted 2 whole trays of new cabochons, and all of the labradorites that we've added have that groove in them. So everybody say bye-bye to Y57. Bye-bye. Stripey, yes. Lita says, I've wrapped a few and they shine all their own. Oh, that makes me so happy to hear. Then Chloe Bowie. Hey, Chloe, thank you so much. Y64. Okay. Ooh, that's the last. This is one that I made, you guys. It's one of our homemade fused glass. Now, this one can have a groove added to it, but it does not look like. Oh, yep. They got the add a groove option. So I'll need to be grooving this one. Which the add a groove option is at the top of our cabochons page at our website. And that any of our fused glass you can have a groove added to. In that way you can wrap it up like one of these bad boys. I just love the way that they look. Like, and you can get so versatile with them, and I love leaving space because then you can add like little drops and stuff, and some of them I even think would make fantastic earrings. I'm feeling drawn towards like giant earrings, so I'm trying to find ways to do that but keep them lightweight. Y62. Oh, that's another one of my homemade ones. It just tickles me pink that people like the stones that we make, like the fused glass. Now this one has a really beautiful, I don't know if the camera's picking up on it, but it's a really beautiful shimmer in the black aventurine. So this was a custom made, I laid an opaque sheet of blue glass, this color. What is that, like maybe a celadon blue? Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember the glass color name, but then I added in other frit on top of it, and then we melt it down, and then we chunk it up, and then we put a double thick clear on top of it, and that's what gives that nice like doming lens effect. I don't know, I just love it. So everybody say bye-bye. Going to your new home. Leaf says, we can see that shimmer. Oh, right on. That makes me so happy. Okay, what number was that? Y62? Y45. Woo! All right, here's another one of those really pretty labradorites, you guys. And it's got the groove added. Look at that, though. Like, holy mackerel. I don't even know how to tell you guys how hard it is for me to let go of these cabs. Well, but I mean, it's not as hard when we have a trench in our front yard that I need to. Anyways, I'm very happy to sell them, and I cannot wait to see what you guys make with them. And we actually have a community page here on our YouTube channel that you can post pictures of your work to, which I think is just fantastic because I can't get on Facebook without everything I see is AI, quite frankly. Which sometimes I'm there for it, but it's also like I followed this page that was like, I thought people's dragon artwork, but it's all just AI dragons. And that's, I mean, I still like looking at dragons, but I want to see your dragons. And so y'all can post stuff to our community page. We have over like what, 200 something thousand subscribers. So hopefully, I'm really hoping that we can use our community page as a way for y'all to be able to get yourselves out in front of other people who like this sort of stuff too. So I don't know, and it's free. So, and it's fun for me because then I don't have to go through Facebook to see y'all's stuff. I can just go to our community page. All right, Y45, that did that one. Y41, that's another really pretty one. These two are almost exactly the same size too. I wonder if she knows that. I wonder if she's gonna make earrings out of them. That'd be really cool. Look at that bad boy. He's so shiny. If I can catch the shine. Sometimes I'm not super great at catching the shine. I'm gonna be honest to you guys. But I try my best. Ooh, you can tell it's there though. The camera. There it is. Ooh, ooh. So again, everything like this, I just want to turn into like a circlet. I'm ready for Ren Fair season. Hey Giovanna, how's it going? Rainbow says it'd be so exciting to see what people make with your own cabs. It makes my day. Like, it's so validating and encouraging to see people make beautiful artwork out of the cabs that we made in our home kiln. Like, it makes me want to make more. Like, it's very encouraging to me to see y'all be awesome. So, oh, you're such a sweetie, Rainbow. All right, what number am I? Y25. Oh, that's the different tray. We're just why 25? Oh, another really beautiful labradorite. Somebody has good taste. But look at the blue in that deep dark blue. There's no filters or anything, you guys. That is just how it looks. And the camera doesn't do it justice. That blue is so pretty. I think that cobalt blue in labradorite is one of my favorite blues in the whole world. All right, bye-bye. And again, it has the groove on there, and that way you'll be able to wrap it up nice and easy. The easy wrap groove cabs. Oh, good. But thanks for asking. Oh, well, we're going to be streaming for quite a while today because I'm not doing my evening stream on Kick today because your girl goes to bed at like 8 o'clock is when I start my nighttime routine. And so typically I try to have dinner like done and the dishes done, and Randy and I are going and vegetating on the couch watching anime, snuggling with the critters by 8 p.m. is my goal. It's the grandma life for me. So let's see. Yeah, those are the last two from these two trays. So let's wrap another one. So far we have wrapped these two. And I'm gonna be honest, I want to rewrap this one. I don't like it. I don't like the way I did the bail. So I kind of want to see if there's another way that we could do the bail, but I'm gonna have to go grab some half round 18 gauge. So I'll be right back, you guys. Give me just a moment. In fact, y'all can feel free to rummage with me. We're just gonna take the camera and go over here. And so let's see. So this is how I keep my wire up on the pegboard. The gauges that I use the most are starting at the top, 18 gauge. They're all empty because they're over on my table with me. 20 gauge, 22 gauge, 24 gauge, which I like to have, but I don't use a whole lot of. 26, and then 28, and then down here is where I keep all my silver tone. So we have these are all enameled, but this one looks like bare copper, but it stays shiny. This is the vintage bronze, and then this is the antique copper. But then right here, we have, this is how I store my half round and square wire. It's actually in an old makeup organizer. And then also, just real quick, in case anybody's curious, nobody's asked, but just in case you're curious, this is how I keep my tools organized. And this has probably been my favorite way, because then if I want to come over here and craft where all my beads are hanging out, look at that rainbow. Look at that rainbow. Look at that rainbow. Ah! But otherwise I can just, it's not quite a little carrying caddy, but it does a really good job, and it's got everything but my steel block, which is like over there somewhere. But yeah, so that's how we do that, you guys. Lita says, okay. Oh, she says, can you shoot my daughter? I bought me some death moths made out of labradorite. It's amazing how they shine. Oh, was that talk to text? I was like, why? That sounds like a good buy. So, all right, so I'm going to be grabbing some 18 gauge half round. And again, we're not sponsored by Parawire or anything like that. I just really love their products and I like them. I've used them in our work since like 2010. Chauncey says, you got me. Bought 2 lab cabs. Can't wait to wrap them. So much easier than the usual method. I mean, yay. Thank you so much for you're supporting our small business. You're helping us to keep our heads above the water, and I really appreciate you. And this next wire wrap will be for you. Not that, well, I'm going to show you a way to use the 18 gauge half round wire. Sup?
What's going on?
I don't know. Oh, I don't have those trays.
What do you mean you don't have those trays?
That one, V, I don't have that one.
Okay, so VR.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'll get them for you.
Okay. But I'm going to wrap a cab real quick. So, are we all paying attention? I'm going to flip the camera around. That way you can really see what it is that I'm doing. Because this is one of my favorite ways. Because, y'all, I love those really pretty Oksana style wraps. But I suck at them. So this is my workaround. Well, hey, baby. It's my husband. He's running. Look at that squatch run. And then there's my Z dog being just a doggy, 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 dog. He doesn't even Z, 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 Z. He's very deaf. He's like 15 years old. Z, 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 Z. God, Lord, help us. Z. Hey. Hey, Mama loves you. He's like, I just laid down, woman. Oh, I didn't mean to shock you with this static. What a good big boy. I love you so much. Oh, my goodness. All right. Let's get back to work. Bless his heart. He is such a good boy, you guys. Never has there ever been such a good Z dog, not in the whole house. Oh, what a good boy. Poor baby. I know, my big honey. I tried to sing songs to him all day long if I can help it. He is so sweet. Okay, so I don't like how this is all looking. And one of my favorite things about using enameled wire instead of sterling silver is I don't feel bad about just wrecking it. Easy as that. All things are temporary. Don't worry about wasting wire or rewrapping things. Wow, Amber says one of my patients this week was a 16-year-old dog. I love her. Oh my goodness. I love a good old dog. So it does not take a whole bunch of wire. We are here with about 12 inches. And I'm just going to snip that. Whoop. and again, we don't need to bend it at all. We're just going to shape it there right around the butt of the cabochon. And then we're going to take this and I'm going to bend up just a little and I'm going to bend up just a little. So do you see how that made them quite parallel? And now, whoop, there goes the baggie. Let me go find the baggie. I don't know why, but I take great pride in whenever I don't lose the bags or cap to something. Like, because I used to always lose, like, if it was like a bottle of hairspray, if it had a cap to it, that thing was lost immediately. And so, like, this same bottle of hairspray that I've been using, because I don't use it very often, but it still has its OG cap, and I'm like, yes, I am a successful adult. Hey, Lori. Oh, it's so good to see you. She says, it's been a minute, looking marvelous. Oh, well, shucks. Thank you. I still have to say, I just love whenever I see you post on Instagram, Lori. I'm super digging, like, your whole aesthetic and vibe. So long as you don't ruin the cabs, you are golden, right? And so I think this one's only going to need about 7 inches. So just for me, I think, like, what's that? It's like 6 inches. Hey, baby. How long is this?
I don't know.
Well, no, like the ruler.
I don't know.
Okay. All right, so yeah, like 7 inches. Oh, I already got. Oh, thank you. He just comes in and plops this on my shoulder. I love this man.
It's about 12 inches.
It's about 12 inches. Oh, 6.5. Well, you know, I don't mind riding up. Oh. Oh, pure mischief. Hey, Donna. She says, hello, been listening while working. I love all the cabs you have added. Just got a few. Oh, that makes me so happy. We're going to get this wrapped. Yeah, that one's all done, baby. And so now I'm using the half round wire and I'm just wrapping, keeping it just as flush as I can. A hand length. Yeah. And then I'm just going to slide it down all the way to the base. And then we're going to smush that nice and flat. And you can see there's a little bit protruding. So I'm just going to lift it. And I'm going to snip just a smidge off because I really want it to still be like holding there. And then we're going to come through. And I just hold and twist. And I'm going to do this whole length. Maybe. Of wire. And so again, we can just come in and make sure it's nice and smushed. I only smush flat like this whenever the half round is where I know I want it to be. And just rotating around, like turning a key in a lock hole. Thump, thump, thump. I'm just coiling that wire around. And I am thinking about putting grooved cabochons in our craft along kits for the month of March. I think that'll be a really great thing, and I just really want to get as many people crafting. And like, if there's sometimes it can be really daunting to start a new hobby, and I want to whatever the opposite of gatekeep is, like I want to get people hooked to crafting, because I've rediscovered my hobbies over the past like 6 months or so, about a year, and it's just been phenomenal. For sometimes just doing something new to spark your creativity is magic in and of its own. Giovanna says, just looking at your twisting makes my thumb hurt. You can hold like this and twist. You can just use your pliers the whole time. If there's a crafter, there's a way. But no, I completely understand that some things are just painful. But now also these grooved cabs, if you tie macrame, the dog fur is always free. If you tie macrame or do beadwork or anything like that, it's a really nice just channel setting that you could incorporate into your work. And then also, even if you're doing a polymer clay bezel, it gives a little somewhere for that clay to settle into, so that you can use a significantly less amount of clay to set your stone. Okay, and so now, I used up all my wire though that I had meant to. Okay, because what I was gonna do is I'm gonna grab this here, I'm gonna bend it towards the back just a smidge. Do you see how it's no longer perfectly in line? And then where's my other? I'm gonna go with my. I'm just feeling around back there. There it goes. My other stick mandrel. And I just want to make sure that it's large enough to fit my chains through. Like, if that makes sense. So then now it's like, well, how do we tie this? How do we bind this off? So that's how we have that. I'm going to lift this up, and I'm going to snip about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little more, like a centimeter. Let's do a full centimeter, because we can always trim more off. And I want to take this, and I'm going to bend it towards the inside so we can really open that bail back up. Giving it the old squishy smush. And then as we bring that back down, it's not particularly visible from the inside. Oh, but then I think I've changed my mind. I don't want it squished all the way to that one. I want it to go like that. And then we can use just a little bit more of our 18 gauge half round. Now, I should have done it a little more simply. Wow, Giovanna says, I got a very bad arthritis making 3,000 paper beads a few years ago. Oh, man. Oh. Well, I hope that you're able to still enjoy your crafting in some way, you know? I know I had to take quite a while off of quite a while of a break off of wire wrapping, because similarly, I had made a whole bunch of these wire wrapped earrings. I was dead set on making 100 pairs, and I'm gonna be honest, it broke me, because just that repetitive movement. A mare says, I changed my name to match Kick. Maybe less confusing now? 100%. But Amber though, right? Now the greatest thing is that we can use nylon jaw pliers to straighten out even our chewed up half round wire. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's better than what it was. So I'm just going to use a few lengths of this to bind these together. And this may not be the best way, but I'm experimenting. Right on, Amber. I still like calling you a murmur. Ooh, Giovanna says, I still make beads every so often, but just a few at a time, and I sew as well and wire wrapping too. Right on. Well, that's fantastic. Do, 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 do. Doggy, my oggy. Ooh, bog chalk, my woggy. Good dog. Doggy yog. Z's just a good dog. So I'm just tucking that tail end of the half round wire. Does anybody else just sing to their dogs? They're deaf dogs who don't listen anyhow, but that okay. You can't take the crafts out of a person. Yeah, ain't that true? And then I'm just going to tuck that end. So there we go. Now I like that style of bail much better for this cabochon than the other way. There's a little bit of a gap here. I think it had been really cute to have added a bead or something, but that's okay. And it's a little bulky on the inside, but again, I think that's okay. Amira says, I sing to my cats and babies. Oh, that's the way to do it. Just getting a little bit more coffee into the old bloodstream. And then, ooh, we're going to flip this around. Hey, everybody. I'm going to go like this to tighten it, though. And now I'm going to show you some more pretty rocks. But I got to put the wire back in the bag. Amira says, I had a deaf cat for years. She lived to 20. I always sang to her. They feel vibrations and intent. I do believe that. Giovanna says, if I sang to my cats, they would run for their lives. No. Poor kitties. Okay. Oh, Randy brought me some orders. Come say bye-bye to some cabs with me, you guys. Okay. So we have, oh, he brought me more trays too. So every week we add more cabs and stuff to our website, backtoearthcreations.com. We normally do new shop updates every Thursday or Friday. If you sign up for our free newsletter at backtoearthcreations.com, did I already say that? We have to take a drink every time I say backtoearthcreations.com. But if you sign up for our free newsletter or join our Happy Crafter Club, you'll be among the first to know, as well as get a super sweet 20% coupon. But yeah, other than that, we do these YouTube live streams on Friday to kind of show everything and just chit chat and craft and stuff. My favorite craft is recycling things. Right on. Anything in particular or just anything in particular? Look at that rainbow though. Ah! I love it. We've got that like film that goes up over the window, and as much as it breaks my heart that we had to get that tree cut down to replace the water line, now the sunshine really comes in. More rainbow. So we're looking for a Y54. This is the X tray. X gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Oh, and each three of these need a groove. It's the Y. That's from this week. Okay, I'll put that back down over here. Brandy, I'm already getting the trays out of order. I'm sorry. Y54. It's just as easy to get them out of order, though. Don't be mad. Another one of these ones, you guys. Shimmer, shimmer, twinkle, twinkle. Is the camera picking up? Oh, there you can see it. So good.
Where's your box?
What box?
That you put them in.
I don't put them in a box.
Well, you should.
I should, but I just put it in the bag and we go, mwah, bye-bye.
Yeah, and then where do you put it?
I put it right there. And then, wow, 50. Oh, this one's so pretty. I don't know if you'll be, here, let me flip it around. Look at that photograph. Look at that blue. Look at that blue. We made that in our home kiln. And the wonderful thing about this is it's color fast too. So even if you put it in a sun catcher, it's still going to keep its blue, which I think is phenomenal. Which one did I do? Okay, Y48.
Number that you just did.
Oh, I don't remember. Ooh, and then this one.
On the bag.
I never claimed to be bright with deer. He's so sassy. Hold me. No. Hold my hand, please. Oh, no, not a high five, just in a... I need affection. Well, see, it's doing it again. Ooh. I live to be a menace to my husband. I'm sorry. He's just so orderly and reasonable, and I exist in a constant state of aggravated chaos. So we are a perfect little yin yang of... I lost the bag that this goes in. Here it is. Hey, don't worry, I found it. Giovanna, it's sweet that you say so. She says you're so cute together. Randy's like, Why? 37. Ooh, everybody say bye-bye to this one. This is a beautiful labradorite that I promise if it would just... Oh, there it is. Ooh, there it is. Ooh, there it is. And then if we flip it around, yes. Oof. And again, just super inclined to wanting to put stuff on my forehead. When Randy's here, I just act out for attention.
I've noticed.
He's like, I've noticed. Y17. Ooh. Other tray. But we have a whole bunch that I haven't shown you guys that are up on the website that if you're in a shopping mood, be sure to use coupon code HAPPYCRAFTER to get 10% off. What number 17. Am I looking for? 17. It's this one. Another groovy. All right, now that one's just stunning. Wow. Look at all that multicolor flash. And then with that like skewed band. I wish I could look at the rocks like get like a sample slice of it and then just watch the time lapse of like how the tectonic plates moving and the different geological forces get this to happen, because that is just freaking gorgeous. I wish the camera could see it. Okay. Like why the rock do this? I love it. It didn't have to. And y'all, it's so much more beautiful in person. All right, Y17, there we go. Take it from me. No, don't go sit down. Oh, Shansi. All right, what number next? Y21, my goodness. Thank you to everybody who has helped today's shop update to go so well. Like, I hadn't gotten to show this one. This one's probably one of my favorite shapes. Like if we were to start doing our own lapidary work, like how I really want to, this is the shape I would probably make the most, because that little like kite shape, I think, is so pretty. And then just with it there, like, because I think it would be beautiful worn either way, either point up. It's so nice.
You know what my favorite thing about that one is?
What's your favorite thing about this one?
Look at it through the light.
It's completely translucent, isn't it?
It looks like moss agate.
It looks just like moss agate. Oh, Randy, I didn't even notice that. Look at this blurry rock. Do. Well, whoever bought it will be able to get a good look at it, but it does look like moss agate when the light cuts through it.
It's got a
Kelly
shine
says
for
that's
sure.
mine. Good taste in rocks, Kelly.
It is yours.
Ooh. And then what number was that?
That was 21. You're looking for 53.
Why 53? Why? 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 Oh, this one's pretty too. Look at this shiny rock. That's so pretty. And again, it's got that easy wrap groove. So.
You know what we forgot to do last night?
What did we forget to do last night?
Watch the figure skating.
We didn't watch figure skating.
Oh
No. I wonder who won. We'll have to go back and rewatch it.
Maybe.
Y53. That's the right one, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Y'all are keeping the lights on. Thank you, guys. Nice. This is Kelly. I like the rounded triangle look. Makes me think 50s, 60s shape. Nice. Okay. And then V56. These will be some from a couple weeks ago. Because, like, we're on... What number are we on? Y. X, Y, Z. So next week will be Z, will be the item number, and then we'll be back at A. What number am I looking for?
56.
V56?
That's correct.
Yeah, I made this one. I'm going to show it to you. What?
You made most of them.
Well, but like all the labradorite, I just cut the groove in it.
Yeah.
Like, whereas these ones, I made this from the powder, man. And we put the little dichro flakes in there, and it just, it's... I wanted it like to try to look like fire opal, but there's that one, and then R11. Oh, thank you. Oh, I made this one too. It tickles me pink when y'all enjoy our fused glass. Randy makes almost all of our tile style cabochons, but which are like these ones here. So I know that was not a hummingbird just because it's so out of season, but that was the biggest bug that was the biggest bug I've seen all day.
You're worse than the cat.
This is, do what?
You're worse than the cat.
You're worse than the cat. This is the tile style where we like stack them up. We have some shorts and things here on the YouTube channel showing how we make our glass if you guys are interested. But like this one here, this was made in a mold that's, you can tell it's because it's a little bit thicker, like dummy thick, but it gives a really nice lensing effect. And there's a depth to it that I feel like the camera just doesn't do a good job picking up on. But that makes me very happy with the green aventurine shimmer that's in this one. I love the ones I got from you, says Mirror, but I feel the pressure to do them justice in what I do with them. You will do them more. Randy says, now we're making more. You'll do them justice just by having fun with them. You can always rewrap it, but I'll have felt like you did it justice if you had a good time. Here's this one. And then, do I pick more, or do we get to wrapping?
Well, there's one more to pick.
There's one more. X30. X gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Where's that one at? WX. Okay. That'll be in this tray. This is just further proof, you guys. You do not need to be super bright to be able to run your own business, as long as you have a Randy around. What number? Randy?
X30.
X30. Ooh! That's so pretty. Now, this one doesn't have a groove, but it's still very pretty. Well, there you go, baby. We gonna say bye-bye to this one. Look at the blue in that. So vibrant. Like, what an intense, deep blue. Camera didn't... I know I say this all the time, but the camera does not do it justice. Giovanna says, so your water is working well? No. Not yet. It was supposed to happen on Tuesday, and then he was like, it'll be Thursday at 1 p.m. So we're like, okay. And then
About 1:45.
At about 1:45 in the afternoon,
we reach out.
We reach out, and is the forsythia blooming?
No.
I see a yellow flag. It might be a piece of trash. I'll have to go harass that bush after the stream. No, we don't have water yet. It should be on Tuesday or Wednesday.
It'll be a week from now again.
Yeah, so the amazing It'll be so nice for the water to be working. Do the same thing to him when you have to pay. It's honestly, the guy has been a trooper about it. It's, how do I put this? It is his first job working within the Carthage city limits. So I think he was functioning off of the way that it works every time. He's had to do it every other time, doing projects like this. But being inside city limits, we need certain permitting to do literally anything. And the inspector also has to be on premise when things are happening. And so it's been, I respect the juggle. Like I've had this happen to us with our business before on trying to fulfill people's custom orders or different things like that. So Randy reached the end of his patience about a week ago. I'm at the end of mine, but he's been he's I think the gentleman is like 25 years old. He started his own business. He's doing his thing. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm being a good sport about it. Hopefully this will be, I'm grateful for every time somebody's been a good sport with me when I've dropped the ball and then dropped it again and then dropped it again and then dropped it again. So, but also this is his last chance. So before, yeah, so I am not, he shows up. The feller that we're working with shows up and he's getting ghosted by this. Well, we got ghosted by a plumber, but he'll have issues with like the plumber that he had lined up who was, because he had to be licensed to, we needed a licensed excavator. And then it wasn't enough to do that. We also needed a licensed plumber. But then since we were putting the water line in a new location, we needed somebody with an extra license for laying a tracer line. And so, and it turns out that like the plumber that he hired wasn't certified to do the tracer line. And so it's just, so now it's going to be another week because everybody in town currently is having a little bit of an issue. Like there's at least 3 other houses within like what, a quarter of a mile who are also, so it's just, it is what it is. But you're a gracious lady only because people have been gracious with me and shown me the way. And it's like, I'm going to try my best to be a good sport about it because I understand these things happen and hopefully it has been a major pain in the butt, but it's just been inconvenient. I feel very fortunate that we still have electricity. Oh my God, and it's so nice that we were able to harvest snow at first for melting and then flushing, and then we had a really good rain. And the house did not fall into the trench, which is good. And we were able to get the door to shut again. So like, thank God for that. But yeah, because last week the big scare was that the house was sinking into the trench, but it hasn't yet. So I'm just gonna take my problems one at a time if I can. Ooh, there goes a different kitty. Is there a cat in my house?
I hope so.
Mr. Puddums, what are you doing? I put you outside. Well, what are you doing? Well, get on over here, you gooby. You silly boy. Did you fall asleep upstairs? No, you must pay the kitty tax. Come say hi to all my friends. This is Mr. Puddums. He's our sweet baby little grumpy man. He's such a good boy. I love him. He stinks, but I love him. All right, go get you some food, baby. Yeah. All right. He's a good boy. Yeah, exactly, Chauncey. And it's like, it is what it is, you know. And it's sometimes you just got to take life to the chin and keep a stiff upper lip and just keep chugging along. So that being said, what do you guys want to wire wrap next? I try to not get in the way of Mr. Puddums and his food. So we have some more beautiful, oh, I'm gonna wrap this one. All right, I made up my own mind, y'all, this time. Look at that pretty rock. And of course it's not gonna, there it goes. I like the blue and copper and then green of it. Ooh, okay. So what color should we wrap this in? Vintage bronze or silver or copper? Rainbow says, yeah, that one. How does square wire work on the groovy cabs? Let's see. So I don't mean to disregard any color suggestions, but a lot of this is just going to depend on what I have in stock as far as square wire goes. So it looks like I've got some 18 gauge antique copper square. So that's what we're going to be using this time. Ooh, if I had it in a silver, but I only have the, this is the only square wire that I have right now. But, so we're going to pull this off. Now, the 18 gauge square wire actually sits a little bit more in the thickness of like a 16 gauge. Boo! Unsubscribing! Boo! Oh my God, Rainbow, I love you so much. Oh man. Sorry, I don't know why that tickles me so, but behold, I'm tickled. Okay, so now I'm going to experiment with a 21 gauge half round for on the bail of this one. We will flip the camera around so y'all get your wires and your pliers ready because we're going to do some more wrapping. I know, I just mess around with the tripod too much, but there we go. Boo, unsubscribe. But these will be fantastic, I think, for in the booth. And then here's some other different ways. I really like wrapping round stones like this because I feel like it gives me a little bit more versatility. But is versatility a word? Versatile? Giovanna says, I'm in bed watching. Ooh, do you got the heated blankie on? I've been super digging my heated blankie lately. Ooh, okay. So, because it doesn't quite perfectly, actually it does kind of perfectly fit, but whenever it's turned on the angle. So we're going to nestle just one of the points of our, let's find the center line. Every time I do it makes me laugh. So we could have done a little point on the tip, but I'm going to try something a little different on this one. Because again, my goal here is I want to show y'all as many different ways to hopefully get you inspired for whenever you're wrapping your own stones. And we do have a tutorial up on our YouTube channel showing how to add a groove to your own stones. So y'all, I'm not even like, I'm here shamelessly self-promoting, trying to make some sales and stuff, but y'all can add grooves to stones your own self too. Like, it's totally doable, and I think you'll be fantastic at it. So we have it's how to add a groove to cabochons is the tutorial name on our website. And I just want to leave a little bit of gap at the top of this one. Gosh, that would be beautiful wrapped as a dragon eye, wouldn't it? Okay, and now let's do the half round wire. No, it's not that cold here in Italy. Right on. I've become a fiend for my heated blanket. It doesn't matter what the temperature is. I want it for on my, especially when I was recovering from my tailbone hurting. It's like a full body hot water bottle. But then I also lay there with like a fan on me and an ice pack and stuff, so there's no winning. Okay. All right, so it can be kind of tricky to find where the, yep, ice pack on one side, heated water bottle on the other. Yep. So this is that 21 gauge half round. And it's just a little tricky for me to make sure that I'm wrapping the correct side to what we've got going on. Let me just clear the way. How to be groovy, right? And then I'm going to slide these down. And we're just going to twist that all the way up. And so if that 18 gauge half round is a little too stiff and makes your thumb hurt, just go to a thinner wire. And I'm maintaining a lot of the tension here with these fingers, these 3 fingers. And that way, as we twist, it just coils up on it all nice and, I don't know, coily. I feel so self-conscious about my dirty fingernails, but I'm doing the best I can, y'all. Okay, now this one, I usually use about 7 or 8 inches of my wire to do about an inch for the bail. I'm just doing a wee bitty snip, that way we can squish it down. Right on. So satisfying, it really is. So there's that, and then I'm going to lift this part just because it's protruding just a little too much. Well, I go through and I try to like get the little whoop. Though sometimes, I don't know, my fingernails will just be dirt stained from when I'm out in the garden. Though I haven't spent nearly as much time out there so far, even with as wonderful as what the weather's been, but that's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little training bend right here, real close up to where our coiling stopped. And then I'm going to give us a snip about right here. I always, if I'm going to have a little bit of wire left over, I'd always rather it be a little over an inch long, because then we can use this to make a wrapped bead link. Whereas little bits of wire like this, I actually save and put in like a little glass bottle for doing like miniatures and stuff. But so now from here, let's take this stick mandrel and I'm going to try. Let's see if we can do it. Excellent. We do still have chickens. We still have Poppy, who is an immortal elder beast, and Nutmeg, who only has, she's got cataracts in one of her eyes, but the other one's still good. And then our younger girls are Bay, and Bob and Biscuit. Can I not fit that through there? We can. We just gotta poke it or something. Uh-oh, I didn't make the space big enough. That okay. We'll get this, you guys. Ah, heck. Bob the Clucker. Yeah. Well, Randy named that one. So it's getting caught on the inside lip of the groove, so I just need to get it through and then press. Excellent. Okay, we got it through. And now I'm going to put this in here like that. And I'm going to grip these wires with my pliers. And supporting from the back of the stone, just pull through. I like to do that with the stick mandrel in there. That way it keeps the shape. Love my bent nose pliers for getting into tight spaces. And then I'm going to split these that away. And now we're just going to bend that around. And then bend this around. kind of forward and over quite sharply if I can. This side didn't come out nearly so sharp as what I would have liked. Woo! But that okay. And then I'm just going to come in here and snip. I don't know if you're able to see. Very professional, using the table and brute force. I mean, it works, right? My table's just a really big bezel roller, really. Like, and then we just pop the stone out like it's nothing. No, we can fix this. So the square wire, if I were to use square, like how I'm doing, I would want to maybe use a 21 gauge square, or make for double certain that it's the corner of your square wire that's getting nestled into the groove. And so that one just doesn't want to sit in there. I'm going to try one more thing where we get it nestled in. No, I still wouldn't rely on that. A dab of glue. Ooh, Chauncey says, I'm pretty sure it's 20 gauge silver wire that I've got. That should work perfectly, really. So what I'm going to do, since we can't get it to sit into the stone, is I'm going to take a smaller cab. Just a smidge smaller, like how you see here. And I'm going to take our wire, and I'm actually going to twist it to a little bit of an angle. Man, and that was coming along so nicely too, but that's okay. Sometimes, a lot of the time actually, things don't go according to plan, but that's okay. Duct tape. Behold my jewelry. Do you see? But yeah, I'm going to get that in there. Let's squish it out. And it's, don't ever be afraid, you guys, to mess up or be bad at something. Because this isn't going well. But that's okay. I'm learning. I'm experimenting. I'm trying something new and different. And sometimes that's exactly what we need to do to find our way. And then we can come in. But if you see here how this point, now it has a point of the wire coming into the groove instead of just the square part sitting on it. So it's really tricky to get all of the wire. Ooh, could you twist the bottom of the wire and make a little loop at the bottom? You could. You totally could. I'm not on this one because that's where I'm starting the curve from so that it cups correctly. But then I'm going to come in. Let's use our nylon jaw pliers for this. Welcome back, a mare. Oops. Well, shoot. So now we've just pinched that down, and that's held quite firmly, and we get to pick a pretty bead. So let us go dig through our pretty beads. I'll be right back. If there's a crafter, there's a way, you guys, for real. And sometimes just little hiccups and mistakes like this are all that you need to inspire something new and to just get creative. Like, there's no failing. There's just scrapped wire. Okay, let's see. What bead? We have a snowflake obsidian. We have some of these homemade beads. Got a pretty sparkly. This is one of my very first attempts at an evil eye. But I decided to just stick to hand painting them. But that's okay. Oh, these were so fun to make. This was out of polymer clay with resin. I still love that. Okay, let's see. Ooh, here's a sparkly one. Is that a rainbow obsidian? Is that what I saw from the... No, that's a broken bead. Okay. We have a little Amazonite. That might be very pretty. Here we have a little... Oh, that's too big, though. It's an Aquaterra jasper. Oh, here's a big... Okay. Oh, I love that one. That's a contender. It's a little, like, faceted... It's glass, but it looks like smoky quartz. And then we also have this one here that's a big, like... Oh, I like that hematite. What do y'all think? The hematite or the faceted gray glass? Oh, thank you, Isis Mommy. It was, this is one of the projects that we had made whenever we had our Glowforge working. Ooh, but then we also have this one, just a little, like, seed bead. Oh, that's cute. We could, like, nestle that in between. Hematite it is. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate y'all helping me to make some jewelry. Kind of making decisions. But yeah, I like using colored pencils on wood burnt stuff. I think I want to try doing some colored pencil stuff on our birdhouse gourds, but I don't know how to seal them to get them to not just die whenever we put them outside. All right, I'm going to set that hematite there. Don't roll anywhere. Uh-oh, there it is. What did I do with my wire? Herpa-derpin, derpin, derp. Now we're going to take just a little bit more of, this is that 21 gauge half round from parawire.com. And just a little bit of shameless self-promotion for anybody who just popped in. We have added a whole bunch of new grooved labradorites to our shop. You can use coupon code HAPPYCRAFTER to get 10% off. But if you're in a shopping mood and want to get your hands on some beautiful craft supplies, or handmade jewelry, or any of the different things that we have for sale, check us out at backtoearthcreations.com. Ooh, oh yeah, resin on the box would be cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to thread this 21 gauge half round through our hematite. And then I'm just going to start wrapping. And we can get all sorts of messy and wild. It didn't have to be nothing. It didn't have to be perfect. It didn't have to be anything other than holding together, quite frankly. And so I've done 2 little wraps there around the base. And then we get to play the game of will it fit? Stay tuned to find out. And so I'm just going to grab that right there and I'm going to like bend it over and try to stick it through just any old random hole. Ooh, there we go. And then, uh-oh, is it coming out the backside? Whoopsie, there it is. You can see it starting to poke through. Did I get, oh, I snapped, y'all. I was able to get it. Ooh, hematite's a lovely stone, isn't it? All right, so I'm just tucking it around just so we can, like, hide it in there. Boop. Oh, yeah. When in doubt, smush it out. And then I wonder, what if we went like this, where we went like, oh, around town. Oh, I do like that. The turtles are doing WWE wrestling in their tank. It's the time of year where they tend to brumate, so they are digging up all their sand and rearranging all their furniture. We've got some like fake logs and big rocks and stuff for them to play with. It makes me happy to make a turtle happy, if I can. Alright, and then I'm going to lift that just a little, and then we're going to get in here and we're going to give it a snip. Thump. So what do y'all think of this, having a shop update and a little bit of a craft along in our Friday live streams? So there's that one. So pretty. I just love that stone. Oh. So yeah, if it doesn't work out, that's okay. You just hide it with some beads. Nobody will know. Oh, well, thank you guys. But yeah, I would have never tried that if it had just worked out perfectly the first time. Good save, says Chauncey. That's like 99% of my career is just good save. But that's all right. I'll take it. When in doubt, craft it out. Okay, let's see. We got to look at some more rocks, you guys. Let's see what else we have that's new in today's shop update. And then we'll wrap another cab. I like this because it gives me a little bit more, of a break for my hands in between crafting projects. Shanti says, that seems to be the way while you're working wraps. I don't think I've ever ended up with what I intended at the beginning. That's like half the adventure. When in doubt, craft it out. Oh, yeah. And we know it's super durable, right? So here we have some more of these beautiful labradorites. This one's still looking for a new home, and that one's Y33, and it's got that easy wrap groove already added to it. And then let's just go straight down and see this bad boy. Ooh, ooh. I don't know why I make that noise, but it's just like hype. That's Y49, and then we have a bunch of these really intense. This reminds me so much of like the daffodil yellow with that sparkling emerald green. We've got a couple of those, and any of our fused glass can have a groove added to them. And then, oh wow, here we are with some really stunning rounds. I'm going to wrap a small round one next for you guys, just to show one of my favorite styles. Again, using the half round wire for the bail. Look at this one though. Isn't that cute? And then a big boy. Oh, wow. Look at that one. And again, all of these labradorites have a groove added. We'd had some requests last week for a grooved cabochon. And this one, that's probably my favorite color today, is that teal. But look at this one. We were experimenting with how you can kind of use, it reminds me of watercolors a little bit, like dropping a little drop of clear, like no paint in it water onto the watercolor, how it dilutes it out. Well, apparently putting a double thick of clear into the center of just a little bit of powdered glass frit gets some really cool effects. So that was a lot of fun. Oh my goodness gracious, look at this one. Item number Y61. Look at this shiny rock. Ah! Do, 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 do. I try to be relaxing, I promise I do. I don't mean to scream in your ear. And again, with that groovy groove. But yeah, so just some more colors. We've got a bunch of round. I wrapped the round ones. Ooh, Y35, which was that one? Right. Right. So pretty. And I love it. There's like nothing until there's something. Blows my mind. Okay, so let's see. We are going to wrap a round one. Do I have a wee? Ooh, here's a nice wee bitty. But I'll do this one because it's our smallest. Now this one's for me though because which one was it? I had a okay. This is whenever I've got one that this is why I don't do custom grooves to our gemstones. It's because I only post them after they've been grooved because sometimes some of it just chips off. But I'm going to show you how I wrap a damaged one. What color should we wrap this one in, you guys? I think silver would be good, but gosh, it would look great with anything, truly. Silver stuff tends to sell the most out of our booth. Like, if I'm making a bunch of pendants, I'll do 4 of these, and then 2 of these and 2 of these. So, like, we use some, yeah. Well, it goes so well with sterling, and mixed metal tones are so trendy right now, too. So I like to do this style with an 18 gauge wire, like how we're using here. 20 gauge, maybe with a stainless steel. Well, hey, Jennifer, how's it going? And so we've got that shaped out just a little. And let me make sure that I have some, yes, we have some 21 gauge half round. It just makes a slightly less bulky bail. And so rough about in the center, I'm going to bend to that 90 degree or so. It's a little more acute than 90 degrees, but I'm going to widen it back out. And then this is just going to come to set right there. Oh, I need to be wrapping the separate one. This one I'm going to do in this style of wrap because I like the way that it covers up where it's chipped. So let me swap out real quick. Easy as that. And I love that groove, you guys. Now I want to turn the stone before we tighten things down. I want to turn the stone to where it's best flash. Woo! Caught it with my belly. Resubscribe. Welcome back, Rainbow. Hey, Dee, how are you doing today? You're one of my best friends used to when I lived in Tennessee. Her name was Dee, so it always makes me happy to see your name, Dee. Can you smooth it out a bit? Do you mean like the jagged edge of the stone? Yeah, if I swapped out for a grinding bit that like kind of we could clean that up a little bit, but I'm just gonna hide it. Oh no, not so good. Well, I hope things start looking up for you. Ooh, Isis Mommy says, my kiddo left for Allstate yesterday morning. She'll be gone for 3 days, but they've been in reversal for 12 hours, and I've been getting updates on different places she's going to eat at. Oh, wow. Is that for choir or for band or for sports? I mean, for rehearsal, I imagine that's band or choir. I was in band. Ooh, Chauncey says, can you drop labradorite right in the liver of sulfur solution to oxidize the wire, or do they have to be done separately? I've never had any problems with doing my labradorites just directly into liver of sulfur. But that is just me. So I think it's okay. I think I want to do that just a little tighter. So I'm just going to straighten out that wire. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Poke, poke, poi. Poke, 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 poi. Poke, poke, poi. A lot of it is some things you can't, some gemstones, like I would not dunk malachite or turquoise or amber or azurite into directly into the liver of sulfur, not necessarily just for the chemical element of it, but because of the polishing that's necessary afterwards, because they're softer stones and I feel like they would get really scratched up. Yeah, not selenite or kyanite. But you might be able to use a brush dipped in the liver of sulfur water to kind of put that patina on there and just be real, real careful. I've even seen folks use those watercolor pens that, like it's like it'll hold liquid in it. Like you could normally just put some water in it and then it's like a watercolor brush. But I wouldn't want one of those. I'd just dip the pen in it because I'd hate to forget about some liver of sulfur and just have some stinky, like super stinky paintbrush. Okay, so we've cut about 8 inches of wire. Ooh. And this is where we're going to start getting it bent into shape. So what we're doing here, I think might be a really great frame for adding additional wire wrapping to. That would be cool to mount on a coffee mug, but don't know how. Ooh, you mean like the gemstone? Like the groovy wrap? I've never thought about a wire wrapped coffee mug. Oh, that would be like so magical though. Like, So yeah, stone is not set very well right now, but that's because we haven't cinched it down. So here we are with the cinching a little bit. Right on, Giovanna. Well, if you fall asleep on us, night night, sweet dreams. And so just twisting this up kind of quick. Uh-oh, is my phone about to die? Yes, my phone's about to die. Okay, that's okay. I have a charger right here. We'll go ahead and get that on charging. Yeah, 4%. Retro. Ooh, would E6000 glue work to glue a cab to a coffee mug? I don't know if it would be good for drinking out of or putting through a dishwasher or anything. Yeah, Isis Mommy says E6000 isn't food safe. Whoop, so it just hops right out of there. I don't know what kind of effect it would have on the other dishes in the dishwasher. So it's, if I were to do something like that, I would be very, very careful about it. I might go for, yeah. That, and I've still to this day never had a tremendous amount of success with E6000 just because it feels like it never like hardens up. But I also don't know if any other resins or something would be better, you know? And so I'm going to start working this around. Ooh, liquid fusion. I've not heard of that. But that's what they use on cups. Okay. And so now I'm just kind of tugging on it and encouraging it through. Well, that's a fun little bale shape. I think I'll leave it like that. And now shaping this around. That's going to keep happening until we get this next step done. Oh, maybe stick it to my copper coffee cup with the polymer stuff and then a cab. Ooh. Well, it sounds like, would y'all be interested in a wire wrapped, like coffee mug adornment, like necklaces for your mug? for when you just feel like being magical AF. Okay, so we're gonna go and grab some. Do you think we should do 26 or 28 gauge? Does she really? Kyla Smart says my mom does that a lot. Wire wraps her coffee mugs. Like that's brilliant. Well, I hope she doesn't mind if I try it. I'll do kind of chains to wrap bottles in. Looks pretty cool. Right on. Well, hey, Whimsical. How are you doing, Kimberly? Yeah, I love making like a sexy bottle chain drape. It feels so like extravagant. All right. So there's that, but you can see it's like wiggling. So we're going to go grab some 26 gauge. This is our 26 gauge wire, also by Parawire, so no need to polish it. And I'm going to pull off a full arm span. She wraps her crystals. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I don't know how else to put it, you know, just like, dang, that bottle's looking dressed up. Like, and then I'm finding the center point. And from here, let's see. I'm going to pull off some more of this 18 gauge wire. Maybe a little more. And even though they're kind of chewed up and jank, I'm still going to hoard these little pieces of wire. So now let's go ahead and snip that off. We have the center point of our wire here. And then, let's see. I'm going to, I don't know. Do we have it cup the butt? Because if I do that, I'm not going to be able to do, I think I'm going to have it be a right angle again. We like janky wire too. We do. Hey, Lynn. Okay, so we just got a nice little angle there. We have the middle of our wire, so I'm going to offset by about 4 to 6 inches, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and some mush. There we go. Shameless self-promotion. If you use Happy Crafter, coupon code Happy Crafter at backtoearthcreations.com, you get 10% off your order, and we have just added a whole bunch of really beautiful grooved for a nice easy wrap cabochons, as well as some of our homemade fused glass. So that's exciting. Oh man, I got like my marketing hamster got distracted like halfway through that advertisement. So I don't know if I said everything that I needed to say. Grooved for your wrapping pleasure. All right, so now we have our wire more or less centered up on that little point that we've made. And I'm going to bring this up here. And then we're going to go like... All right. So there's one wrappy wrap. And 2 wrappy wrap. Is that cat throwing rocks at our house again?
I don't know.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do 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 do. Wait, crap. I think that's 5. Okay. And then we can flip around, and you can tell it's not saying 1 wrap around. Ah ha ha. We do. We do a little bit. There's a bunch of hoodlum cats just running around. Like they all come and fight on our porch to wrap around. Rainbow says, "Ooh, I like where this wrap is going." Right? Like this is probably the easiest way to just do the like scarf wrap, which we'll be doing next. It's getting cold in this house though. So there's the one wrap and the two wrap. Very good. Very good. But we can make them bougie, y'all. Like we can. And then I'm just going to whip this in with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because what we need here is just for this to sit a little more bound to what we're doing. Like it just needs to be tightened a little bit. And so we can come in and do that kind of like how we did before, but that's going to really bring it in tight on the shoulders. Ooh, and I don't want to pinch the wire any more than what I already have. Some bougie bubbles. Oh, yes. But that helped a lot already. And now we're going to come in and go 1. Right on, Lynn. And 2. Just whip stitching that around. Now, also, just to let y'all know, we have early released. You can watch it ad-free for free on our website, backtoearthcreations.com, at the Join Our Club page. But this month's Happy Craft or Craft Along project has been posted. 3, 4, 5. But it's also coming out here on YouTube on Sunday. So that's good to know. I wonder if I can fit 2 more. I think I'm going to wait and see how it deals on this side. And this is where I need to remember to take breaks to like relax my hand and just kind of chill. So I'm going to chill with you guys for just a minute. And I'm also, oh my God, look at all of those magical rainbows right behind me. Ah! Oh my goodness gracious, right next to the cat's litter box. But focusing on the rainbows, like my kiln looks blessed. Ugh, I miss making beads, but I gotta get a new gas line for the, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be making y'all miserable. Here we go. With the tripod, send help. All the rainbows, right? Don't forget to stretch, you guys. So we're gonna do, I don't mean to be indecent, but I'm gonna do some cat cows over yonder. It's gonna look like I'm horkling up. Oh, I'm just stretching off camera. Well, my tailbone hurts. I have to go stand in the rainbows. Okay. Fully recharged. Let's go. Will it fit? I don't know. I'm gonna do the other side and then we'll see. Just love the idea of that lab cab with copper. Oh, right, Lynn? Rainbow power. Fueled with coffee? Yes, please. And I feel like sewing too. Like very much I feel like sewing. I've got some costume ideas upcoming for, I am super duper ready for the Ren Fair. We're going to be going to the Silver Sage Renaissance Festival, but we're also going to be hitting a couple of other conventions, just attending them. We're going to come dressed up as like dragons and fairies. I think I'm going to make Randy a dragon costume, and I'm going to make myself a fairy to match. And then we're just going to go and kind of dork around a little bit and just have fun. 3, 4, 5. Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer. It helps me. Sometimes I just have to put on things that until I feel happy, and these flowers always make me feel happy. So How are you doing, Lynn? Okay, so this is how that's looking now. It just looks kind of jank, but you have to trust the process. Sometimes these things just don't look right until you've got it all said and done. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna be able to fit. No, we're not. Nope. Maybe. If y'all ever wonder what I'm thinking, it's just what I'm saying out loud. Those are the only thoughts that go through my brain. So there we are. I kind of straightened it out a little. It's looking a little more tidy. Oh, tropical, manifesting warmth, exactly. Okay, so now we're gonna go like this. Is that the sound of the printer?
It is.
Did we just make another sale?
We did.
Ah, thank you. I wonder if it was somebody watching the stream. Hello, if you bought stuff. Hello if you didn't too, that's fine. Buying stuff is in no way mandatory or required. So I'm just gonna go like this. I'm not even bothering to count. You'd be so proud of me. It kills me to not count, but I'm just doing it. You seem like me, so I have a clue what you'd be thinking. Right on. But do you see, we're making this little coil to go like along the edge. And I don't know if I want that directly on the side. Thank you, honey. I will get to that momentarily. I'm counting in my head. That was 20. I don't know how many it was in addition, but just trying to keep as nice and tight of a coil. And if ever it's not as tight as what I want it to be, I just go like that. And then we're going to take our pliers and get in here and go like this and go like smush. Oh yeah, that did it. I'm stuffing Squid Game Dude and Jigsaw to add to my collection while I watch. Nice, Virginia. Oh, hey Gwen, how's it going? Says, I can't keep it straight when I can see dealing with Bell's palsy at the moment. Oh man, I can't wait till... Oh, good luck to you. I have a friend who was afflicted by Bell's palsy, and that was like... Actually, I have two friends. For as rare as it is, that's wild. But I hope you recover soon and that everything's okay. Lita says, I was hoping to get that lab before someone else. Nice. Hey, Cindy, how are you doing? It's been a minute. She's sorry I haven't been around lately. That's okay. How are you doing? So I just want to do enough coils that we can train it around the edge of our stone. Like right there like that. It is ready. And so now I'm just going to sew through the front, like the wire is both the needle and the thread. And if you've just popped in, I'm going to be doing a 5 ways to groovy wrap tutorial that I think will be really fun and cool, hopefully. And this design will be in there because I love it. I think it's, I don't have it completely figured out yet, but I love it, you know? Okay, so we're gonna do that training bend again. So I'm gonna come up to just like right here, and I'm gonna bend like that. So it's going off to the side. Cindy says, I'm a new Grammy. Oh, new granddaughter in Idaho. I got to spend a few days with my daughter. Oh my God, I bet that was phenomenal. Congratulations on your grandbaby. What a blessing that is. Okay. Uh-oh, I did it too far. Oh, wire in the eye. I'm okay, but be careful, you guys. It'll get you. Maxwell will give it to you. So before bending it, I just wanted to get it fed through. So now I can bend it down to where it's parallel. We're going to straighten that wire out just a little bit more if we can, because the straighter it is before we get our coiling on it, the tidier everything's going to look once it's all said and done. So we just got that smushed back into a nice shape. And son-in-law, nice getting to see the fam. Oh man, I had Bell's palsy back in September. It was so embarrassing as a receptionist. Oh no, having to greet people and make announcements. I can imagine. I bet folks were really understanding though. I do hope that nobody was cruel about it, you know. Splitting words out is interesting, right? Ah, happy late birthday, Virginia. Turned 50. Oof. I hope you had a fantastic birthday. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday, dear Virginia. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 once we get there. Do you have a sewing machine? I do. I have a sewing machine and a serger, but I don't really have a spot like for them to be permanently set up in my craft room, and that oftentimes mega super duper gets in the way of me sewing. But um, once I get done sculpting this dragon, I think in our kick live streams, like I can't paint it until we have running water again because I've got to be able to clean out my airbrushes, and that uses a ton of water, just like rinsing and getting everything clean. And so with that in mind, I think I might switch modes to sewing and take a little bit of a break from that dragon sculpture, but we'll see. We play it day at a time here in the craft room. Wow, I've had it on my right side 3 times. Thank goodness they know how to treat it now. Thank goodness indeed, Lita. Okay, so we did the 5 wraps around just one, doing those little coils. And then I'm just going to whip stitch through. There's one. Very excited for this. I don't know how it's going to come out, but I have an idea that I cannot wait to try, and I just want to see how it does, you know? So, do you guys want me to flip it back around so that you can see it a little better? Or are you good with just chit chat FaceTime? Wow, a little over a foot of snow. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. It's like that's a lot in South Central Utah. Okay. Whew. Rainbow says, I like switching it up. I like doing what I feel for, which is why I do a variety of crafty things. That's a really good way of doing it. I'm feeling more drawn towards projects as opposed to just specific crafts in general. So there we go with that. Right on. But thank you. Rainbow says, I really like your eye makeup today. It's the honey palette, like ooh, what's it called? Urban Decay honey palette from like years and years and years ago. And then my sister-in-law, Maddie's mama, my niece's mama, who's like, I love her. She's just the greatest. I wish we could hang out more, but she lives 9 hours away and I only show up twice a year. But she always makes time for me and makes me feel so loved and seen. And she's a better friend to me than I am to her, that's for certain, I feel. But she gave me a ColourPop like crayon that you just go like and then I used a little bit more ColourPop from my Blue Moon palette. I'm really glad I got super into makeup like 6 years ago, and then um like I've not had to buy makeup since then because I've been so pleased with those palettes, but I've been using the same ones. I basically only wear makeup for the live streams. It's my war paint. So, oh, Gwen says, what happened to your water? I live in Vermont and we've had frozen water pumped several times this year. A neighbor helped us fix it. So all I have to do is flip a switch for a few minutes. Gotcha. No, I don't know if y'all are able to see out the front of our house, but let me show y'all real quick. Because this is, if you can see that trench all dug in my front yard. My window's so dirty. But the water main from the line from, oh my goodness, the water line from the water main near the road to the one that goes from the road to the house burst, y'all. Send help. Burst. And so they shut our water off on January 27th. And it has just been a nightmare of getting things. We had to get a tree cut down, our great big cedar tree. That I think's been there since the house was here. But the house was built in 1905. We had to get that tree cut down, and it's just been a bureaucratic nightmare trying to get the licensed plumbers to show up at the same time as the inspector. So, and they keep getting stuff scheduled and it keeps falling through. So it's been okay, but next week. But, and it sucks, but we are resilient and we are blessed. Our good friends in town, those of y'all who came to the camp along, would remember James and Pam and their daughter Catherine. They're very good friends of ours, longtime friends. And they opened their home to us and they're like, anytime you need to refill your water jugs, anytime you need to shower, we're right here. Like we've got our own code to their like door to just get into their house. So it's been inconvenient at worst. But I do miss flushing toilets. We were melting snow water over the heater vents in my big canning pots whenever there was still snow on the ground. And then fortunately, we had a bit of rain last week and we put out all of our modified trash cans as rain barrels and Randy harvested us probably 100 gallons of water. For flushing, so we're just using rainwater, and we've got like totes and 5-gallon buckets in the bathtub that Randy's been taking care of all of that. So that part for me has been fantastic. It's not been too inconvenient, but oh man, I couldn't have hoped for a better partner. On February, Randy, happy anniversary. On February 20th, Randy and I will have our 21st anniversary. Are we still having this
It's a calendar week after Valentine's Day.
I could have sworn you asked me a day early because you just couldn't wait.
No.
Well, to me, our anniversary's on the 20th, and then to Randy, it's tomorrow. You know what, baby? I love you. We'll just celebrate it on the 21st.
Good, because that's the day.
But no, it was the 20th. That's what I wrote in my journal. But no, so tomorrow, Randy and I celebrate our 21st year anniversary. Thank you guys. 21 years. Yeah. Are you waving your arms?
Argue with me.
I'll argue with you, baby. I'll argue with you all day. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. And I couldn't have hoped for a better partner all those years ago when I was still in high school when I moved in with him. And I moved in with him before we had been dating for a year. Like our 1-year anniversary, I was already living with him. So he's a good buddy. Hey Tim, how are you doing today? He's a super good buddy. And so we've just been, I think Randy and I perform best whenever we're leaning into the yoke together and just getting through. We're good. We're both hard workers, and I'll work all day with him by my side. So, yeah, our relationship is old enough to drink. So, all right, so we're getting a little bit more of that wrapped, just coming around the edge. But, oh, I just need a couple more, and then we'll be able to start doing the weaving. And I think I'm going to go ahead, and while we have it here, I'm just going to bend that down so we can feed it through. There we go. But yeah, Randy's been helping. We were at the laundromat yesterday, which fortunately our we still have electricity, so the dryer still works. So we, okay, I'm going to flip this around so y'all can see exactly what it is that I'm doing. What's the charge? 31%, that's fantastic. super good at changing camera tripod angles. There we go.
I'll make these orders.
Huh?
When you gonna pick these orders?
As soon as I get done wrapping this thing.
Uh-huh.
Rainbow says, you guys don't look old enough, though, to be celebrating a 21-year anniversary. We started early. We... Randy says, thank you. But, no, we were 17 when we started dating. All right. So now we have that together. Oh, well, thank you. It's a clean living. I can't even say it with a straight face. I don't know. We're nice and plump. It keeps the wrinkles from popping. But no, not to be this way, but like Randy comes from fantastic genetics. His mother was beautiful. Like she I think she got second place in Miss Ecuador. And there's no way to say this that doesn't sound a little weird, but his dad's quite handsome as well. Like Randy and his dad look very similar. Like they have like that Kennedy nose. Like they're just handsome men, the whole family. But I like Randy best. He's my favorite. And what's more is Randy's dad has aged fantastically as well. So I'm like high fiving my past self, being like, get it, girl. Because I think Randy's going to keep aging really well. He's just more beautiful every day that I look at him. His smile, he's got the kindest smile and the warmest eyes, the little puppy dog eyes. And his little cheeksies. Oh, his little cheeksies. I just love him. He's so pretty. I know. And he likes looking at me. So, you know, it works out. So there's no accounting for taste. But your girl's gonna age like milk. I'm gonna become a very stinky cheese as I. Lynn says in January would be a complete nightmare. Yeah, I mean it's been okay. It's whenever, I mean, I've probably told you all this before, but as a kid, for 3 years, um, I lived at a campground and we lived in a cabin that did not have running water. So, uh, this is just a nicer version of what I did as a kid because I don't have to carry stuff to the bathhouse. I used to carry, I don't know if they're called a foot pan. I called them foot pans because that's what I would do my dad's feet in. He was very diabetic and needed he needed amputated, but that's a whole different story. But I would carry the dirty dishes on my head in a foot pan to the bathhouse and then wash them in the big utility sink that they had in there and then carry the clean dishes home. So here Randy just lugs the water into the sink for me and I run the electric kettle. That way, we get some water hot. We could boil it on the stove, but it works perfectly fine in the kettle. And that way I'm not having to lift a super heavy pot of boiled water. Was it called Little House on the Prairie? No, it was the nudist camp I grew up at. My parents were hippies. Aw, thank you, Lynn. It's happy anniversary. So now this one, oh yeah, this is gonna be so cool, you guys, maybe. So I'm bending this around. I'm just experimenting. Oh no, I don't think I have enough wire on this side to do what I wanted to do. Is that my Ember kitty? Oh, sweet girl. Oh, it's so fun to just wing it. It really is. So I was thinking a really nice like geometric shape would be pretty cool. You know, we could always add on another layer of wire. In fact, I think I might do that. Because like this end here is not as squared up as what I thought I wanted it to be. Ooh, chicken wings. Dee says, I feel you. I have to have a new leach field installed, and before the grant program came through, we got dumped with 3 feet of snow. Happy anniversary. My Paul and I were together for 32 years. Oh, Dee. Congratulations to y'all. Okay. I don't know if I want to snip it yet. So I just want to see if we can get it a little bit more like round. Chicken wing, chicken wing. Hot dog and bologna. Chicken macaroni. Yes. Okay, we're going to be snipping it. But that's okay. Because I'm going to snip this one on this side. And then I'm going to snip this one on this side, being real careful that we're not snipping the 26 gauge wire. Whew, it's always a lucky day. And now you can see they're kind of just there in the inside middle. Very good. Oh, Dee, I'm sorry for your loss. How are you doing? Like, I know that if I lost my Randy, I don't think there'd be a thing in this world that anybody could say to me that would make me feel any better. But I would hope that I could remember the good times that we had together, even with a tear in my eye. But nothing can undo the time that we had with the ones we love. Oh man, Dee, I'm just over here crying for you. I'm so sorry. I can't see my wire wrapping. Here, I'll be right back. Okay. Chauncey. Yeah, group hugs. One of our friends had recently, her husband, who was a friend of ours too, had passed away. And she sent us a text of one of their friends had made a beautiful charcoal portrait of him. And it just so wonderfully captured his essence. It was like you could almost see the twinkle of mischief in his eye. Let's see. We've got some 18 gauge wire. Just straightening it out. Okay, so now we're coming up here into the making a little round thing. Oh, Lynn says, how much longer do you have to wait? Till next Tuesday or Wednesday is when we have been braced to expect the plumber. So we kind of, at this point, Randy and I both feel like we'll believe it when we see it. But it's got to get done eventually. Like, right? Like, right? you know? So, taking a nice deep breath. Okay. Woo. And now I'm going to come in here and bend this up that way. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put that right there. And then I'm going to bend it up that way. Ooh, look at that little, like a little lollipop or a balloon or something. All right, we got to hit it with a hammer. Hey, Randy, can I ask for you to help me? Could you pick these orders so I can show them off?
I kind of have a cat in my lap.
Oh, okay. Ember's got you?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Randy's got it holding Ember. So, loud noises, you guys. Oh, hey, Katrina. She asked, did a bunch of pipes go in your area? They did. There's at least 3 other houses just on this one street within a quarter mile of us, who have a trench in their front yard. So I think that's a big part of what's causing a mega holdup on this is, there's an increased demand in plumbers and inspectors right now. So it's just everybody's kind of waiting. So I used a 13-ounce jeweler's hammer to do just a little bit of whacking on this one. Hey, Pinky. Oh no, we still do YouTube. Our current schedule is we live stream our shop updates and a little bit of crafting here on YouTube on Fridays from 3 till 6 p.m. And then we stream on Kick from 3 to 6 p.m. on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And we do new tutorials here on YouTube every Sunday, as well as various like shorts and stuff throughout the week and community posts and things like that. But, ooh. All right, so there's a little spot here. I can't believe this. This is so cool. Katrina says that explains why the holdup. If one gets delayed for any reason, everybody does, is my guess. Yep. Yep. And so all we can do is just be good sports about it because, like, I mean, the feller who we've been working with, I really do feel like he's been trying his best because, this is just how things are. This is the titanium tone silver. Oh yeah, you can hammer it pretty well. And this is the 18 gauge. Now before we get to, I want to use the 18 gauge. No, I'm not. I'm going to use the 21 gauge half round. Just a little bit of it. That's probably way more than what I need. It does have a copper core. It's a copper core, as far as I understand it. Now, you'll want to check the Parawire website just to be a little bit more certain. But as far as I understand it, it is a copper core that is silver plated that is then covered in their enamel that keeps it from being non-tarnish. So they do also, on Parawire, they do have some silver filled or like Argentinium silver, which is, I think the silver filled is what they have, which is a copper core, but it's like plated in, it's a little bit thicker than just silver plate. But you can oxidize and polish that, and it behaves very similarly. Oh, shoot. I wasn't supposed to do that yet. Okay, let's see if we can just slide it off the end. I can't slide it off the end. I slid it off the end. Ooh, wait, what if I like it better? I think I'm going to do it like that. What do you guys think? Do we do it like this? Or do we do it outside the bail or inside the bail? D, I have not had good success. I kind of like it inside the bail. I don't know yet. It, it burns off the enameling whenever you solder it. I think you might be able to solder silver filled, but I think that would be definitely something to Google and probably experiment on a little bit of scrap or something. Um, yeah, I like the intertwined look of having it go through the bail. We just slipped that right back on. Haha, like nothing even happened. Looking for something to hammer and wasn't sure if the copper would show through. Gotcha. No, you can really kind of beat the heck out of it a bit and it'll be all right. And so now I'm coming through. Ooh, Chauncey says if you hammer it flat, the copper will show through in my experience. Yeah, if you go like full on flat for sure, you're going to start running into some issues. But just a little bit of hammering for a little bit of texture, it does pretty well. Oh, I almost made a big old mess. I got to drink this. Pouring one out for the homies. But also, ooh, that's cold. But also waste not, want not. Welcome back, Lita. Yum. Yeah, oh, it's our pleasure, Pinky. How are you doing? What have you been up to today? So I'm just doing 5 wraps right around there like so. And then I'm going to do 5 wraps on this side as well. Just because before I go too much further, on a piece like this, I think a sense of symmetry is going to be really important. So any way that I can try to keep it centered up. Mardi Gras! Oh, I hope you had a good time. I always forget that that's a holiday. Question for the group, says Chauncey. What do y'all use to coat your metal findings, say like antique bronze, so that it doesn't wear off? Ooh, that's a good question. Pinky says, it was awesome. Nice. I like to hear that. There are good things in this world, Frodo Baggins, and they are worth fighting for. Well, I use... Do I have it right here? Or do I have it over here? I use Renaissance wax. A little goes a long way. And you do have to reapply it. This one's a newer container. I had bought it in a 2-pack. And I just apply it with a polishing cloth, like a sunsheen. Okay, so coming down this way. Makes me kind of wonder if I want to incorporate some little beads. But I don't know yet. Are there any pokey bits? That pokes just a little. Ooh, Chauncey says, anybody tried clear nail polish? How did it hold up? I've always ended up having clear nail polish flake on me. It didn't seem to enjoy binding to the wire, but I also didn't try a gel polish. That might have been something like a gel polish that you UV cure. Maybe worth a try. Katrina says, I don't. I use Renaissance wax on the pendants, but anything in constant skin contact is not worth trying to get a customer to constantly reapply. Gotcha. That makes sense, Katrina. Well, hey, baby.
Hey.
How doth it be hanging, yo?
Oh, it doth, it doth.
It doth, it doth. I'm wondering, do I have this feed through? I almost hate to cover so much of the front of the stone. Ooh, you know, that might be really cool.
I'm going to go ahead and place them in the bags, and then you can just take
Oh, that sounds good, baby. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to bend these kind of up and over around town. Ooh, just happened to think about resin. Right on, Gwen. And then, ooh, do I want to do that? No, I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to talk about buttered sausage.
Talk about butter sausage. It's not my jam.
It's not my jam. I want to talk about honey. Ooh, the German silver from Parawire to combat it. Perhaps. 4, 5. Just getting that kind of attached on. Oh, yeah. Bong, 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 bong. All right, so we're just bringing this around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Herpin' derpin' doodle and a boop and dive. Just a do 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 do. Just a happy dog. Just a happy. Well, those aren't symmetrical at all. Heck. Let's see. Where are my? Everybody always asks where I get these. I got them from riogrande.com. They were like $6. Totally worth it. They're the 2mm tapered flat nose pliers, I think is what they're called. And I'm just kind of making it be like, it's just like shrugging. All right, let's see. Can I make that be more squared? Not really. That's okay. What up, baby?
Grabbing the wrong one.
Ruh-roh. And so I'm just curving that around to the front quite generously, if I can. And then trying to make that like the ribbon. That's the noise it makes in my head. And I wonder, can I come through here and poke with my fingernail to be able to pass this wire up and through? Boo. I thought I'd be able to. I was not. Watch me do all this work and the stone's still going to just pop out on us. But, you know, I had fun. Okay, and so I'm going to just press right there. A T-pin or a quilting pin would work really well for this. Just looking for some silver colored weaving wire that will hold up. Gotcha. I wonder, have you tried using stainless steel?
Sounds difficult to use.
It may be difficult to use, but we kind of, the easiest thing to use, I think, is the enameled copper. But if you want to have it hold up to being hammered, then you have to start being compromising, I think. Yeah, silver is ungodly expensive. Ooh, Katrina says, if you want silver color that doesn't tarnish, Argentinium silver is your best bet. It's silver alloyed with germanium rather than copper, so it doesn't tarnish. Oh, that's nice. I cry every time I have to order more. Well, it is a beautiful metal to work with, though.
All right, whenever you get to it, those are picked.
Thank you so much, honey. I don't know that I like that. Yeah, I don't super duper like that. Time to unwrap it. Nat, well, hey, Nat says, I use stainless steel. Even if it's hard, it doesn't tarnish and it doesn't stain my skin, so I love it. Right on. Can I be nosy and ask what gauges you like to use in this stainless steel? Ooh, Katrina says I have a collection coming up that needed sterling and gold filled. Thank God I only needed to order more sterling, right? Oof, that's so cool though. Like, I hope your collection goes well. All right, so now we get to test the magic of the nylon jaw pliers. So I was thinking about trying to do another layer. We may just finish it off with a wee bitty spiral though. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Smushing it down. And there we go, just making a really tight little spiral, just like that. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to snip, just like that. And then I'm going to squish, just like that. And then I'm going to wiggle break this, just bending that wire. There we go. So no pokey bits. All right. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm pretty pleased with this. Let's go ahead and get this one vernoisted. Right? Shanti says, maybe I should sell. Maybe. It's the sort of thing that Randy and I have some silver, like silver dollars and stuff, and I think we're just going to hold on to those and pass them down to... I'm ready to enter the hoarding of precious metals. All right, so there we are with our 5 coils. And then I'm going to come around and just make a nice tight little spiral. Ooh, I think it's 22, 20, and 16 gauges. I'm in Spain, so it's in millimeters. Oh, okay, 0.6, 0.8, and 1.2. Right on. Oh, that's such good information to have. Thank you. Okay, so there's that. Give it a little smushy squish. And then I'm going to wiggle this off. Man, oh, there it goes. I was like, dang. I bet. And I bet it hammers well too, right? So this is, oh my God, you guys, look at that pendant. I'm super pleased. I want to see if we can get in here, and this might ruin the whole thing. But I'm just coming in and squashing that down just to make it a little more angular. I just want the sides to match. Oh, dang. That's neat. It's a little weird. There we go. You know, I'll take it. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just got to be done. And I think that is done. So now, quick as anything, let us go ahead and do that scarf wrap in the antique copper that y'all had requested. I don't know, I already have one in the antique copper. But this would look really good with the copper, though. Ah, thank you, Rainbow. I'm digging it. And it's just enough that it's going to hold the tension on our stone. And I'm just super duper pleased with that. Hey, Enchanted, how's it going? And we can get a little bit of depth by tucking that coiled bit behind. Oh, I love that. I love that a bunch. I could have been a little more angular there, but you know, it's my first time doing something like in that style, so I'll take it. Ooh, been busy earrings making. Oh, that sounds fun. Now, whenever I do the scarf wrap, I like to give myself about 16 inches of wire. And then we're just going to come on up in here. Should we do a point on the bottom like this, or no point on the bottom like this? When do we get to see tutorial with the 5 cabs that you were talking about earlier? Probably in March. I haven't recorded it yet. I'm kind of hammering out a few designs to hopefully be able to teach in that tutorial. Point. Okay, Kelly. So we're going to take this. We're going to go like that. And I think I'm actually going to hammer the point on this one. Aw, thank you, Pinky. So brace yourself for some loud noises, y'all. There we go. Hammering is done. Loud noises are over. Hammer time. Do 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 do. Boop boop do. Hammer time. And I want to make sure that the part that I want to hide is hidden up top. And then I'm just going to do a twist, tie, twist. Easy as anything. And then a second one. And I do like to give those a little bit of a squishy smush. And then while I'm holding on to it, bend those wires up so that they're nice and parallel. I'm going to be using the, you could use a pen or a knitting needle. You know, actually on this one, we have the wonderful option to be able to come through the center. And that way our bail will be a little more centered when it's all said and done. I bet there's like a million different ways to wrap these styles of cabochon. 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 Yeah, when we go through the center, it has a tendency to loosen what we're working on. So that's just something to keep in mind. But it's not the end of the world because, well, hey, Andrea, how's it going? Because then we can just come in here and Cat's yelling at Randy. Tighten down on that. No wiggle. Very good. And then we're just going to bend this around and start wrapping that scarf. I didn't give myself enough wire. But that's okay, because it's still covering the little chewed up cap of our cab. And that's what I was hoping for. Yeah, you almost can't even tell that I tried to center the bail up, but that's okay. And I'm going to splay this one in a way that's a little bit more of like a bonk, like that. And then, let's see. I'm going to do that one in a little spiral. Whoop, just down like that. And then I'm going to do this one, whoop, in a little spiral. Just like that. I love it. And then if we were to thread this up with a bead, pretend like this is the beading cable. We could fit like a little 6 or 8 millimeter bead just right there. Let me actually see if we can find one in our little, where'd my box go? I lost it. Where'd my bead box go? Wendy? Did you take my mop? I found it. Never mind. Thank you. He says. Okay, so, ooh, we could do like a little cube. That's a pretty bead. Oh, there's all sorts of little ones here that I didn't even notice before. Oh, that one's a little too big. Well, here's that faceted gray one from earlier. That's a little small though. Let me go grab a different bead. I can't pick which bead to use. Ooh.
I'm gonna go out and put your chickens to bed.
Oh, okay. Thank you, honey.
It's 6 o'clock.
Okay, I'm finishing up.
Still got 2 orders to pick.
Ooh wee. Okay. So pretend like this is a bead that matches a little better, but it's like an 8mm faceted, but I would thread it up like that. And I just love the way that that looks, but I would go with something a little bit lighter and more sparkly. So that being said, y'all, it is sunset. We got to go put the chickens to bed, and I have got to go to the bathroom. So I can't believe the 3 hours has flown by already, but I just want to thank everybody who placed orders with us today. It really means the world to us. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. And hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow in our Kick live stream where we will be working on our dragon sculpture. And that's kick.com/Back to Earth Creations. We stream from 3 until 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And you can always sign up for our free newsletter at backtoearthcreations.com so you're the first to be in the loop about anytime we have a new shop update or a new video or anything like that. So thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out, but I'll see y'all next time. Mwah! Bye. Happy crafting.